How did I become a digital marketer? What's happening? It's Eric J. Olson. I recently got an email from someone who was asking me how I became a digital marketer. And I've received this question several times over the last couple of years, either by email or face to face, or a lot of times it comes through social media. And I got asked this question enough times where I actually wrote a Medium post, which you can find. I'm up there at I am Eric J. Olson, Eric with a K, Olson ending in ON, where I actually outlined all of the things that I did and how I personally became a digital marketer. Everybody has a different path in life. And my path started as a civil engineer. And then I got an idea for a software project. I built a software project. Once I did that, and by the way, that was like nights and weekends. By the time I built that software project, I had enough skills to get a job as a software developer. And so I switched careers, which was a big pivot for me personally. I became a software developer. I did that for like 15 years. And then we formed Array Digital and we decided that we wanted to do digital marketing in addition to our software development. The goal here at Array Digital originally was to build awesome mobile and web apps. And then we could also do digital marketing and sell that to our clients. So we hired someone, and I really, frankly, did not believe that what we were doing for digital marketing added value. I didn't believe it. I wasn't sure. And so I wanted to make sure, even though people were paying us to do this digital marketing stuff, I needed to understand it. This is about 4 years ago, by the way. And so I didn't really know much about it. I mean, of course I knew the premise of SEO and social media and advertising, but I hadn't done it. And so I needed to figure this stuff out real quick. And so for a solid year, all I did was study digital marketing. I mean, I pretty much ignored software development and I focused it on digital marketing. And that's what this Medium article talks about, is the things that I did over the course of that year to really learn this industry. And by the way, we've since switched 100% over to digital marketing. That is all we do now. And I think a lot of it is the result of me spending this year just deep diving into digital marketing. So I wanted to kind of highlight some of the things that I did here. I'm just going to be glancing at this Medium article and letting you know how I became a digital marketer. So I already told you the backstory about how I needed to make sure I believed in this thing that I was selling. And, so the very first thing that I did is I studied what our digital marketer, Jake, was doing. I sat with him and I asked him, what do you do exactly? 2, I asked a lot of questions. 3, I started reading every blog post I could get my hands on about digital marketing. So look, there's tons of information out there on the internet. It's free. Go find it. It's a Google search away. It's so easy to find. 4, I listened to digital marketing podcasts. There's a lot out there. There's one that I like a lot, which is the Social Media Examiner. Super good. Gary Vee talks about digital marketing a lot as well. Very, very good. A lot of really good insights there. Check out those 2 in particular, but there's way more. I read books on digital marketing, and not just that, advertising classics. So I knew, of course, advertising has been around for a long time, literally thousands of years. In its modern form, more like 100 to 200 years or something like that. But I picked up some of the classics, and I read the basics of influence and how you can position your product, your offering, your company to just give you a little bit of an edge and to kind of explain it in a positive way that hopefully conveys that you have value to offer to your consumers. Really good information there. So Ogilvy was one of the first ones that I picked up. Ogilvy on advertising. Read that thing cover to cover, I think twice. It was fantastic. I super recommend it. There's another one about copywriting that I read. Sugarman, Joe Sugarman, I believe his name is. It's definitely Sugarman is the last name. I'm guessing on the first name. I should know this since I'm doing a podcast, but that's really good about copywriting. I picked up on tips and tricks from all over the place, and I passed them on to our digital marketer. I talked to Kevin about them, and the 3 of us kind of collaborated on what we knew and what we needed to learn. And I focused all my learning and attention on digital marketing for a solid year. Like I said, that's all I did. So if this is something you're thinking about getting into, digital marketing, and frankly, replace digital marketing with whatever you want to get into, it's going to require a significant commitment from you. For me, it was a full year. That's all I did here. I mean, of course, I kept the company running and all that stuff, but like where all my attention went to for learning was digital marketing. Day in, day out, nights, weekends. I was obsessed with it for a full year before I felt like, yeah, I kind of understand what's going on here. And there's so much to learn in digital marketing. Whatever you want to learn, you're going to have to deep dive. All right. So what I talked about, I think you should do as well. Listen to, read blogs, find videos, listen to podcasts, communicate with others, find a group of people that do this, learn the craft. You are going to have to dedicate yourself. But you do that for a solid year, maybe 2 years, and you're going to learn that craft inside and out. How much more successful would you be if you could harness the experience of a group of successful business owners? If you could learn from their successes and avoid mistakes they've made in the past. Array Mentors provides the framework and the guidance to help you find your way, get you on the right path, and accelerate your journey to more money and more success. Check out the details at arraymentors.com.